Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Scarlet Betch. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Jason.
Okay, it's been a while since we've done a podcast. But
I know, way too long.
Isn't that how every one of these vlogs starts out?
Yeah, pretty much. And what was even more sad or pathetic was that Anthony came up to visit me like 2 weekends ago, and we couldn't even pull it together to do one live. Usually, whenever Anthony and I see each other live, we squeeze in an episode, but
yeah,
this time
exactly.
It was not meant to be.
I guess I'll have to come back.
Yes, right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was just chock-a-block. And it was your birthday, so we were busy with birthday stuff. Happy birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually not the case. We usually don't have to go to so many brunches.
Because that's what gay people do in New York City. Go to brunches all the time.
That's my life. I go to work and then I go to brunch. Hey. Okay, comic books.
Absolutely. What do you want to start off with?
Let's start off with Batwoman.
Yes, Batwoman. So, gosh, I feel like every time that I open up a Batwoman book, I feel like my mind gets completely just blown off of its So I at first I was not jiving the whole Batwoman Wonder Woman team up thing, because I thought that I just thought that the genres were just kind of too odd, where they wouldn't fit together, just because Wonder Woman is so big and so epic, and Batwoman is so noir, but they've really been ever since I guess arc 2 for Batwoman, she's been getting more and more supernatural, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah.
And
these kind of supernatural elements, because even in the first go round, didn't they have the were people?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I always thought Batwoman was she cornered the supernatural part of Gotham, because that did exist. There is the Zatanna and all that stuff, but Batman never really hunkered down into it.
Yeah. I'm also really interested in. I'm not sure if this was planned or if this was just because I feel the current Wonder Woman solo book and Batwoman book I feel are just these independent alternative universe things that happen in these universes. It doesn't really affect anything else. I know that Batwoman and Wonder Woman appear elsewhere, in Justice League, or I don't know, Birds of Prey. I think Batwoman was around for a very small amount of time, but their characterizations in those other appearances are so off book. It's just really ridiculous. They're it's really Earth 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. When you said that you were I guess nervous about Wonder Woman coming on the book, you didn't see how that could fit, I definitely felt the same way, because you didn't know is this gonna be JLA Wonder Woman, or Justice League, whatever, who's just I don't even know what she's like.
She's a Barbie doll. She's ditzy but Barbie doll Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she punches real hard.
Yeah.
I haven't read Justice League in a very long time, so I don't know. But I also don't see that characterization of Wonder Woman changing at all.
Yeah, the whole I'm just waiting for because now that Wonder Woman and Superman are dating, I'm wondering when that's going to influence her solo book, because Superman is not present at all in her book. I mean, the closest thing we get is I think John Constantine, right? He doesn't he make a appearance? Maybe I'm conflating that with somebody else. But
he was in Amethyst, that one panel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, Amethyst. Oh, Gem World. Why can't all? What I really, at this point, DC just needs to reboot freaking Care Bears and just have a go at it.
Oh my gosh, it would be so dark though, I bet.
Oh no, what they need to do, so they totally need to have the Gummy Bears guest star in Amethyst, Princess of Gem World, and that would be freaking amazing.
That would be the coolest.
Yeah, but so the reason why I brought up this whole thing about Wonder Woman and whether that's planned. But I thought that in the most recent issue where we meet Pegasus, Medusa's, you know, offspring, if you want to call it that, I just thought it was so crazy, just because, like, you know, I thought that moment when we meet Pegasus and we find out who he is and find out about him, it just blended so perfectly between this, like, Medusa storyline that's been developing with J.H. Williams and and the Wonder Woman, these really cool kind of American gods-like representation of these Greek gods and these, like, incarnations, which I think is really awesome. And it was just this, like, union. These two separate, like, storylines and aesthetics just married, like, wonderfully, and it was just, like, fantastic.
Yeah, I really feel like they are enriching that pocket of the DC universe with great aplomb. Like, it's just the coolest. To me, it's the coolest thing that's going on in DC these days.
Yeah. DC just needs to have an all-girl, like, all-female imprint. So it's just like that just have an uniform.
They do.
Do?
Yeah, it's called Amicom or something.
Oh, right.
I don't know if anyone has.
I thought that was like Marvel. That's DC?
Yeah, because Wonder Woman was on issue #1, and I was torn about whether to track it or not. And I did it at the end, because I was like, I don't know what this is. I hate change.
Yeah. But I mean, isn't Amicom, like, supposed to be like manga more, or no? I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Based out of that, I also don't know very much about it. But.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Sorry, it didn't get any press.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Batwoman is awesome, and yeah, I really do enjoy the Wonder Woman team up with that. Yeah. Speaking of Greek people, I think I saw Hercules in a comic book this
Oh my gosh. So, as we've talked about before, Greg Pak and his obsession, his boy crush, his creator crush on the wonderful bear that is Hercules. So he's writing as on X-treme X-Men, and we've talked about, you know, General Howlett or Governor Howlett or whatever his name is, and his kind of, like, alternate universe relationship with Hercules, which is very exciting. And I continue to laugh about how Greg Pak is queering the Marvel universe by one Hercules pairing at a time. I just wanted to bring it up because in the most recent issue, the kind of a spoilery, you know, announcement. At the very end of the issue, we get a very quick tease about some of the new roster of the kind of these alternate universe Extreme X-Men, and part of that team looks like it's going to be a Hercules, whether or not it is General Howlett's Hercules, which I very much doubt it is. It is, you know, a very interesting development. I'm very keen on future kind of romantic tensions between Howlett and probably not queer Hercules, because I think that'd be more interesting.
Yeah. They definitely are on the cover of not next month's issue, but the issue after that. My question, though, was who is the third person? Because they have, like, military Psylocke, they have alternate version of Howlett's boyfriend, and then they have, like, skulking guy in goggles.
Oh, that's Psylocke? I thought that was
Sorry, no.
Dazzler, right? Mecha Dazzler, right?
Sorry, military Dazzler. But we should talk about Psylocke we should talk about Ultimate Comics as well. But okay. Yeah, but there was, like, that third guy who's just, like, skulking in the swamp with, like, crazy glasses.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was. So I didn't have this information.
Do you think he's gonna be, like, a foil for Nightcrawler?
Oh, maybe. That would make sense.
Since they each, because there's, like, Mean Dazzler, and then there's Boyfriend, and then there's...
Yeah. I mean, at first I wasn't sure how... I was kind of displeased by Emmeline Frost's departure, just because I liked that, you know, the idea of that character.
Exactly.
But I am interested. I'm very intrigued by what what a militant Dazzler is like, and how she's going to interact with her and alternate universe self.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be a really good conflict.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that pair up between Hallett and Hercules. I'm really hoping there'll be a lot of awkward cuteness.
Although the one kind of like a complaint I had about the book is the art. It's like really weird. I mean, like, it's not like bad. It's just like the people's proportions. I mean, I understand, like, you know, you can have a certain style about like how you, like, you know,
I mean,
how you
like,
deviate from the norm, but and you know, everyone has to look like that super kind of characteristic comic book style. But this is just like everyone looks like they're going through like a funhouse mirror or something like that.
there is a difference, a very big difference between Carr. Remember when Carr, I forget his first name, was on Astonishing X-Men, and there was that awesome pancake cover with Emma on Scott? Yeah, that was a style, whereas I feel like this is just, yeah, we don't think this book is going to sell that many copies, so we just hired this artist. They're cheap.
Yeah.
And that artist was like, yeah, if you only pay me this much, I'm only going to draw people disproportionate.
Poor Greg Pak can't get a break.
I don't know. I feel like he's making a lot of good stories out there.
That's true.
Hopefully they're paying him well. Good. I like the writing a lot. Oh, I want to talk about Ultimate Comics.
Yes.
Ultimate X-Men. I think that's the only. I guess I read Ultimate Spider-Man too. But anyway, yeah. So Colossus was not one of the 15 people in the camp.
20, right? 20 people.
They said 20.
Oh, but there were only 15.
Only 15 people voted.
Okay.
There might have. Oh, and then the 16th person
abstention.
was Karen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that Colossus took the cure or anything.
No? Do you think? I mean, what happened? He killed a dude, and then
he killed the dude, and then everything went to hell, and then he like vanished. I don't really know what really happened.
Meanwhile, Storm grew a mohawk in whatever length of time that was.
She cut her hair. She cut her hair in that in that issue, right? And then he.
Yeah, how much did she cut?
Completely? She shaved everything?
Yeah.
I thought she like cut them out. Oh, okay.
No, I was very upset. I was like,
well, obviously, this is
a
tertiary mutation.
Clearly. I do like Mach 2 though. They probably switched writers then, right? And just like, oh no, I don't care about Colossus. Hopefully he'll show back up. I forget who all is with Karen now. It's that Talon guy.
Yeah, the Birdwing guy, and then that random girl who's who's I thought it was Amara, but no, it's like female Human Torch.
Oh yeah.
Frankie, whatever. Is that her?
Is it Firestar?
No, I thought it was
She was the one that was like she had that TV show with Spider-Man and Iceman. Right?
I don't remember. I know that I thought she was the girl who the ultimate Human Torch was like dating, and then they kissed, and then she turned on fire, and they're like, oh my gosh. He like transferred to her, but it turned out she was just a mutant or something. I don't remember.
That's funny.
And in 616, in 616, she was one of Galactus's heralds for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember her name though.
I don't know either.
Frankie, I think Frankie is her it's like her human first name.
Her human name. If we were in Extreme X-Men verse right now, I would call it her slave name. Okay, Frankie Ultimate. I'm Googling right now.
It also is Nomi Blue just a completely new character, or?
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be
Surge?
what's her name? Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna look up Liz Allen because that's who I think it is.
Although I am kind of surprised to see all these like ultimate versions of these like very new characters. You know, like Zero and who else? There's someone who's like very new that was like got an ultimate version. Like it was like so quick. You have to be like, from you have to be around long enough to be rebooted, right?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't figure it out. But I love the fact that they're redoing Decimation and Utopia.
Mm-hmm.
This is so much better.
Yeah. Although I am kind of see, I thought that Utopia was going to be a little more than like 20 people. Like I thought like Reservation X was going to be like I don't know. I was kind of intrigued about them playing out kind of the politics of like the reservation politics.
Yeah.
Of, like issues of like sovereignty and all that stuff. But I don't know how you can do that with like 20 people. I see how you do that with like 150 people or like 1,000 people. But when it's like 20 people, like you're not really a reservation. You're like a slumber camp or something.
Yeah, I think they're gonna it's basically like, let's take a Brotherhood and an X-Men team and make them be in a camp together.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot more than the 198, which I was like, well, because that seemed like very small, but also very large.
Yeah, just large enough.
It seems to be like there's a stock of characters for the next 5 to 7 years, at which point we can have another event where we give everyone their powers back, and then have... But...
but you wanted to talk about Ultimate Psylocke?
Yeah.
Because I thought she died, like, really early on.
Wait, okay. I think they established that she transferred her brain to someone after she died.
Oh god, not the whole, like, oh god.
Yeah. But then I was like, what is she doing in America?
Yeah, because she's British, right?
Isn't the whole point that, like, it's not decimation of all the mutants?
It's just the decimation of the American ones.
Mutants? But then, like, also mutants are something created by the American government, evidently?
Yeah, but they're all of the world, though.
Yes. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
But all that aside, maybe we'll just have, like, Karen Grant leading a whole army of 178 other mutants. And then we can get back to the 198. Anyway, let's talk about Billy the Vampire Slayer.
Absolutely. So Jane Espenson has just been like rocking my world, like hardcore, like nonstop. I wasn't even excited about like I wasn't really even excited about like Husbands when I heard about it, because I was like, I don't really watch the web series, and I mean like it's only okay, and I think Cheeks like thinks way too highly of himself. But
I'm all up on that husband's business. I would not say I've ever considered Cheeks' self-impression, though his husband in the web series is named after him. It's Brad Bell and Brady Kelly, so maybe. But they're very cute.
They are. They're very cute. So I'm totally like derailing your Billy the Vampire Slayer discussion of Husbands.
I don't care.
But Husbands was such a surprise and a wondrous I don't know. So for those of you who haven't read it, it is like it's like this dream phantasmical kaleidoscope of mishmashing genres. Just taking kind of like the premise of these characters and just like putting them in random different genres, from Sherlock Holmes to medieval fantasy to space opera, and it's like every time it's just it's so wonderfully hilarious. But the thing that I love most is that the random girl character, we can never remember her name, Haley is always so tangential to everything. And I'm just wondering, if I'm this actress who's in the series, why do I even bother starting up a set where I'm gonna get 3 lines and not really be involved?
They literally fly her from England. She's there for a weekend, and then she goes home. It's like when I come visit you. So I have fun on those sorts of trips. I imagine she has a good time too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially gets to be
Back
in the web
to-
series.
Oh, so did you want to say anything about Husbands before we switch back to Billy?
I was really excited for the Archie issue that they did, and that was cute, but in some ways a little confusing, but cute. But my favorite one was the Sherlock Holmes one because that one was both cute and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The art was awesome, and I love the character dynamic, and then the ending was very romantic.
Yes, it was. My favorite was the medieval storyline.
That was saucy.
That was very, very, like... There was a lot of nudie bits. That I did not enjoy those.
Awesome. Well, do we have anything to say about Billy Vampire Slayer?
Other than that I'm very excited about his team up with Buffy. I love cute Devin. I didn't like him at first because I thought he was just kind of like, I don't know. He didn't really seem to have a personality, but I think he's grown on me. And I'm really glad that his best friend got more screen time because I felt like she was kind of like cut out of the last one. So I hope she, even though like Devin and Billy have gone up to San Francisco, I hope Billy's best friend also gets to like hang around, and maybe she'll go through like a whole like Willow Wiccan thing, even though there's any magic. But maybe there will be magic soon. I don't know.
Right? I think Willow's getting her own series soon. I hope. I want to read it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I would love for her to get like Spotlight, but I know that I won't read it. Like, I don't read like Angel and Faith or like Spike or like any of this other thing.
Well, yeah, I don't read Spike because I don't care that much for Spike.
I remember there was a time when I was like all over James Marsters, and then now I'm like, not at all.
There was a time when I accidentally Googled James Marsters instead of James Marsden because they have very similar names.
Yeah.
But there's never been a time when I have confused which one I like more.
James Marsden. I feel like you could cut a diamond on his cheekbones. They're like so sharp.
So sharp! And then one time I read an interview about how after he was in X-Men, his kid got an action figure of him. So it's just like, I'm done! Okay, back from celebrity crushes, back to, Willow and Faith. I love Faith, or not Willow and Faith. Willow and Faith is a book I would read. Angel and Faith is a book I did not read. Except when Willow was in it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm just not a big Angel fan.
Who is really though? I mean, that's my question.
Yeah.
Like David Boreanaz, I don't know.
He's very pretty.
I guess so. I mean, I think he's gotten a lot prettier now that he's off Angel on like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because on Angel, it was, his whole progression was interesting. I feel like Angel was like his cushy desk job, and then after that was over, he had to like get back in fighting shape.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of like let things go. Acting and otherwise.
Yes. It was astonishing, frankly. You like that? Was that good?
Very nice.
Thank you. I was very happy with Astonishing X-Men before the issue before the annual.
Yeah. So a few things. I continue to be just amused by Karma's ridiculous family, and like she has so many evil siblings that like come and then die immediately. Like immediately. They can't even be like good villains and like go off away somewhere. They just have to die right there. Sorry, I spoiled it for you. Not like this is,
and then like,
this is gonna happen.
Like her dad's not dead. He's here. Oh, but now he's as good as dead.
Now he's gone.
Oh my gosh. You know how like sometimes people will take a male character and then they'll like kill his girlfriends to give him character development. Yeah. Karma's like that, except your mom.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen to those crazy twins of hers. You know, people don't write them just so that they will live. Like, that's the only reason they get no panel time, is because every writer knows that as soon as they step onto a page, the next pen stroke or the next key they type will be killing those children.
Yeah. And then also, so like it was weird because like there was a panel where because after her sister dies and Karma inherits Karma inherits like Hachi Corp, and I'm like, I don't think that's how like inheritance work. I don't think your next kin is like your estranged half sister from like another life across like international boundaries. I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. So Karma's a billionaire now. I approve of this. Maybe she can get like a more pleasing like cyborg leg. Just get some like rubber skin tone rubber to put over it.
No.
So that like fucking like.
It's solid gun. It's solid gun. That's all I ask Karma. I just aside from that, maybe she can finally afford some decent like child care for her freaking ridiculous brothers and sisters, who evidently we find out in Astonishing X-Men Annual #1 that they are like living it up at the gray school. Where's it? That's like the worst place to put your like emotionally traumatized like twin like siblings. I love
everything even mutants, right? They're not even mutants. They're like totally normal baseline human beings.
Normal.
Totally normal. Sticking with all these like fucked up mutant kids who are constantly like terrorized by mutant haters and like that shit gets blown up every other second.
There are no mutants before puberty, which means that the closest person to their age group is a middle schooler.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they must be in like middle school now, but because they were like like toddlers went back in like the 70s. That's like a long time.
Yeah, I guess they might be, but they're not on the school roster. That's weird. They need to get involved. Someone needs to be like, those characters are cool. I'm gonna give one a robot arm.
You know what? I'm convinced that she just keeps them in a cage in the library.
Probably.
Yeah,
that's how she was raised.
So, aside from Karma, by the way, Karma needs to stop having so much family drama and get a girlfriend. Come on,
That's right.
I mean, can we just just Marjorie Liu, just take out your pen, just write down Karma gets a girlfriend. That's all I ask. Yeah. Because like they don't, because I mean, I know that she's a lesbian, but they like never bring it up. Like never, ever. It's always family drama for her, and it's never.
I'm gonna adopt this faceless mutant from a hell dimension. That makes sense. Instead of like putting him out of his crazy ass misery.
Yeah. Or you could at least like, I don't know. Yeah. So, Karma needs a girlfriend. Get a better artist, because your artist sucks. And B...
They had a good one for the annual.
Annual's great, yeah. I love the annual. The artist has improved. The artist of the annual was in some other stuff that I hated, and he's gotten a lot better. So, props to you for stepping up.
The writer was Christos Gage, and he was the one who did Avengers Academy, right?
Yeah.
With Stryker and stuff. Who raised some controversy, but he has a history. I liked his... He's talking about the gay characters. I guess Karma never brought up her lady woes, but
yeah. But I did really like. I always like when we get more Kyle. I think that Kyle and Northstar would make a wonderful, wonderful sitcom. You know,
I think that Kyle is one of the best X-Men characters in the past. I don't know. Name a number. I'll go with it. That many years. He's I don't know. I feel like people pick him up and go, wait a second, I could do a story with this guy. You know, interesting.
I mean, Kyle, I think fills a really like important role. Like that like he's kind of like a Sue Dibney, or kind of like the normalizing force, like baseline human kind of person that's not like freaking like Lois Lane, who's like, I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist who sometimes gets superpowers, and also it's like she's like a little crazy.
Or Annie Kazakhstan, whose kiss wakes coma patients.
Yeah, exactly. So that's wonderful. B, I love that it's that he is that he like doesn't take things like sitting down. Like I feel like a lot of those characters tend to be like, oh, I'm so in love and I'm so tortured and super codependent. But he's like does not take anything for granted and totally sticks up for himself. Even though I think he, given the number of times he's been like, I worry about him so much just because like that character in comics or just in anything is just like they're a ticking time bomb, It's just like, before like they get brutally like raped or dismembered or like turned into like,
Remember that one time when he was kidnapped by the Master of the World and turned into a robot human?
Yeah.
And then got better?
Yeah, just got better. Just like how how Karma's evil sister infected all of New York City with nanoworms, only to have them turned off after like T-minus 10 seconds. Ridiculous. Because there was that one panel where like Kyle opens the box and the gas comes out and then the ICE agents are like cough, 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 and then she's like, ah ha ha, I've destroyed New York City. And then Karma's like, actually, psych, no you didn't. And then like I like zoom back to that place in my head and playing at that scene, like this like smoke pops out, Kyle and everyone coughs and they're like, oh, that was weird. Like, what's that?
Who sent me dust?
Yeah. And how that dust transferred to all of New York City within 10 seconds.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like...
I would like to know that now that Karma controls Hitachi Corp, does that mean she now controls all of New York with all of her nanobots?
Oh gosh.
I mean, I wanted her to be able to do that with her mind soon anyway. But like, look, she has robots now, so... I really hope that I was hoping she would like bankroll the team, and in the annual, I was disappointed that like Wolverine was still giving orders. I was like,
Yeah, I know.
This isn't your
Also,
book.
Karma totally needs to be the new Professor X. Just lose that other leg, get a fancy wheelchair, and like rock it, right?
Oh, she can get a Shi'ar girlfriend. She needs a girlfriend.
Warbird.
Well, I feel like Warbird is too busy living out. I don't want to say Marjorie Lou's fantasies.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she's living out everyone's fantasies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And for a second I thought like she was gonna train Kyle, and I was like, sweet, sword fighting Kyle.
Yeah. Then no. Yeah.
Anyway.
So what's next on our list?
That's all the list we made.
That is all the list we made?
That's all the list we made.
Wow.
You want to talk about something else?
Superbia?
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah, super salacious, guys. Totally read it just for the skin bits, because it's totally worth it.
Oh my gosh, and did you see that Grace Randolph commented on my blog post?
No, I did not see that.
She said, hey, thanks for saying nice things about my comic book. Follow me on Twitter or something. It was so cool. Yeah, I love that book so much. What do you think about the development with Nightbox and him being like...
I think that's great, actually. I think that... I really think that way too often characters who... like, closeted characters are so... like, they're just so one-dimensional. Like, oh, I'm like trying to hide everything, and now that I'm coming out, I'm like free. But like, it's not really like that, right? It's much more complex, and sexuality is much more of a gradation than like I was lying for the past 20 years. Like, no, like I actually believe that like people who like get who may not find their partner like to be like the primary like center of their attraction. I don't think that means that they like lied and don't love them and like aren't attracted to them at all. It's just that, like
exactly. That's how I know a guy in Tallahassee, my hometown, who came out when he was like 50 and like still hangs out with his wife all the time, and they're like, it's weird because they definitely like still love each other. Like their relationship didn't end, it just changed.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I hope more like relationships that are like kind of caught up in that situation end like that because of, you know, you really like, you know, develop a bond with someone. So yeah, kudos.
Yeah, I'm excited for the supervillain moving onto the street. I just want to take.
Go ahead.
I just was gonna say that I want to take Hela aside and be like, make friends. What do you have to say?
I'm just really excited about Batu's son and becoming a son of the bright moon, because that's freaking awesome and totally. I mean, so for those of you loyal listeners, all like one of you out there, hi Benji. Well, know that I've been like glomming onto the idea of Wonder Woman's son as being an awesome character that DC should totally make. Maybe not in New 52, but some kind of like maybe trade paperback thing. That would be awesome. But this is like that come to life, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you've been to Dragon Con in the past couple years and seen a dude walking around dressed like a boy Wonder Woman, it's probably Benji. Probably dressed as a character that Jason made up. There you have it.
Yeah, so that's all shout outs that I had for this episode.
Definitely. I was surprised to find out that Batu is from Mongolia. I thought she was from another planet.
In some ways, Mongolia is from another planet.
Yeah, I guess it makes a little bit more sense. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you. Mwah.
Mwah.
Peace out.
Guys, we forgot something. Jason.
We totally forgot the most important thing that came out in comic books this week, which was My Little Pony Friendship is Magic #1. And it was amazing. And it totally sold out its run in stores, and I bought it online, and it was fantastic. So, we get so it's kind of weird to talk about like My Little Pony and they use the word terms like epic in there, but I really like this because it reminded me a lot of kind of like some really much older My Little Pony storylines, which were more like adventure based, which is kind of cool. And I like that they have a quest, and that unicorns have kick-ass magic. And I just thought that the writer and the artist really got like kind of like the emotional spirit of the show kind of like perfectly. I love how like really kind of oversaturated the colors are, and it, like what's almost looks like they're colored in with marker, which I kind of love. Yeah. And the only thing that I will say is that I hope for more wonderful kind of cameos from kind of the background ponies. Like I totally saw Doctor Who's, and I saw Doctor Who's. I saw Derpy, Hooves, and I don't know who else I saw.
Who because they had a cover for each of the ponies, and one of the ponies had this DJ pony in the background. Who's that?
DJ pony? I don't know.
Yeah, there was like a DJ pony, and I was like, that pony looks so cool. I want to totally fuzz on that pony.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that Pinkie Pie has that had that alligator with like a CD-ROM stuck in his mouth, but I don't know what.
I love Pinkie Pie in this issue.
Yeah. Pinkie Pie is usually the one that I hate the most.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody else, all my other friends who watch My Little Pony hate Twilight Sparkle. I kind of have a soft spot for Twilight. That's just me.
My brother watches My Little Pony. He's a brony for sure. And he's like, Anthony, you need to watch this show. Guess what? Twilight Sparkle is you. And I was like, woo, I'm a unicorn! No way!
Yeah, I would just like to say, for the record, that I was a brony before it was cool. I was brony before all these other freaking came to the picture. I was watching My Little Pony back in the 90s, back when they were fighting the Smooths. Remember that guy? The Smooths? The giant world-ending apocalyptic purple slime that can only be defeated by the power of friendship and love and a ring move?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, question. So, you know, like, Pinkie Pie was supposed to be a Pegasus, and Fluttershy was supposed to be an Earth Pony.
Yeah, well,
right?
I mean, yes, because they were
How do you feel about that? How
they
do
were
you feel about
characters
that
from the
switch?
original. Yeah. I think that so I like it actually a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that uh, I think that the Earth I think it was good because I feel like the Earth ponies kind of get a hard rap.
Mhm.
Just because like you're an Earth pony, you're boring. You can't do anything. You can't fly or use magic.
Mhm.
But I think it's great that kind of like two of the more kind of like more like I think the two ponies with the greatest and most interesting personalities are Earth ponies. I think Apple, is it Apple
Apple
Blossom?
Butt.
Apple Butt, yeah.
Yeah.
Apple, what's her face? And Pinkie Pie have like kind of the strongest personalities of the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause see, I'm like, I look at that and go, but Fluttershy's power is to talk to animals. Why does she need to also fly?
But then how can she like, be friends with all the birds and stuff?
Just the same way that
Yeah.
FSS.
Well, I also think that Fluttershy, I think that her name lends itself to be a Pegasus pony. Fluttershy.
No.
Come on.
And I completely agree. But then when they started going into like, Pegasus ponies are all about ethereal stuff, and Earth ponies are all about like plants and animals. I was like,
Yeah.
then if that is the rules, then it only makes sense that you would get animal powers as an Earth pony.
Yeah.
But I guess they're just two mutant ponies in that gang of mutant misfit ponies.
Yeah. The one thing that I do wish is that they would have more boy ponies. With,
I do not wish
bigger
that.
roles. No, I think me flashing back to that like 7-year-old boy watching My Little Pony would have loved a boy pony to be in Venice. And while I think that Applejack's brother, can't remember his name, Big Mac
Macintosh.
Big Macintosh is fun. He's kind of boring. I don't think his character's very interesting.
He's dumb and strong.
Yeah. Just like some people like their men, I guess. Yeah. But I do love the term they have for boyfriend and girlfriend, which is my very special sun pony. Yeah, my very special sun pony.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are Fluttershy and Rainbow Sparkle? Wait, what's her name?
Rainbow Dash?
Sorry. Rainbow Dash. Are they very special sun ponies?
No, but if anyone was going to be a lesbian in the My Little Pony universe in Equestria, I think Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy would make a great couple.
My brother says it's canon. Like, he swears up and down. He's like, no, they're girlfriends. No, they are. Like, you can make up other stories, I guess, but that's fan fiction.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And in the comic, they definitely, like, I was like, oh, that was a very scintillating moment between them.
Yeah, totally.
Fluttershy came to Rainbow Dash's rescue.
Okay. Well, enough about ponies, but just know that all of you collectors out there definitely pick up My Little Pony Friendship is Magic #1, because I guarantee you that in 10 years down the line, it will not be worth very much, but you will be glad you bought it.
I was gonna say, you will see Brandon Routh's son starring in a live-action, darker version of Friendship is Magic as Twilight Sparkle, and they'll be redoing these iconic covers in their promotional imagery.
Yeah. Oh, but by the way, Brandon Routh, sad face that his show got canceled because I wanted to see more of his hot gay nurseness, but oh well.
You know how much of his hot gay nurseness I watched? That's how much. Yeah. So, it's Max and David, right? They're the creators.
Yeah.
They just haven't been able to get anything off the ground.
Which I don't see why. I don't think it was that any less funny than How I Met Your Mother. Granted, I don't think How I Met Your Mother is the best show in the world, but it has a really great fan base, and
I loved How I Met Your Mother for the first 3 or 4 seasons. And then I said, why isn't this over yet?
Mm-hmm.
I've
been watching it all on Netflix. Partially because my boyfriend is a big fan of it, and I made him watch Firefly, and then now he's making me watch How I Met Your Mother. But I don't think those two are like equivalent because he has to watch like 12 episodes. I have watched like 100 bazillion episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Plus, he only had to watch 12 amazing episodes of television, and you have to sit through 12 amazing episodes of television scattered between 100 more.
Yeah.
Anyway, I own like the first 3 seasons of How I Met Your Mother. I don't own Firefly.
Oh. Neither do I, actually. Oh, wow.
Anyway,
okay.
Friendship is magic.
Yes, it is magic. Thank you, friends.